Tewaza?
Introductions? Tewaza? Oh, yes. Yes. Tewaza. Yes, Joe. Today we have Steve.
Hi, everybody. It's my first time actually talking.
Be gentle. Be gentle.
Long-time student, first-time caller.
Yeah. I am not happy with my taijutsu during all of this, let alone anyone else's. So that's where I'm starting with. Man, already so much happened.
Yeah, the way I was introduced to this was, hey, we've got a video of everyone being terrible. Let's include Steve.
Like, this is back in October. I mean, do you remember any of this?
I do.
I know.
I remember having, like I always do with Tewaza, having a hard time with it because it's not something we do a whole lot of.
Sure. Yeah. It's definitely something that takes a lot of work because it's also not like generic taijutsu.
For me, I just mostly remember taking the arm across the face for Omote.
Sure. Yeah. I was watching. So like Brendan at one point was like grabbing at the arm, which I now realize is what he was struggling with in the moment. It's happening so fast I couldn't tell, and you can see it's driving me crazy just watching it again. It's just driving me bonkers. And like I said, I'm not even happy with what I'm doing necessarily, but
It seems just from the recording that there's a lot of foot direction, but body momentum differentials that's going on.
yes, that's exactly what it is. You're trying to put your momentum into Ura Gyaku, but you're not moving in the direction of Ura Gyaku, right? So your movement happens on one vector, but the strike happens on another vector.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I'm telling them is your foot, knee, hips, shoulder, arm. So like from where your foot is to where your hand is, it's all degrees of variation to get that vector change. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like one slightly off alignment from the other. So it's not like your foot, we're used to me like being like, oh, your foot is pointed at the opponent.
Yes.
Where you're striking. Where
Mm-hmm.
that's not what's happening.
Yeah, there's all the lines that we're used to from most of the Bujinkan training that we do, because there's a lot of carryover with those, where there's the center line, the line of attack, there's the 45 off of that, or the 30 sometimes.
Sure.
And get really used to those. And then Tewaza, I don't know where the lines are.
Sure. And I'm trying to think. I was talking, I think.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it and put it in relative to sword work, it becomes more clear. Like if you think about stepping on that line and skiing in, you know what I mean?
Why didn't you tell me it was more like sword work when we were doing this?
I don't know, man.
The
I
sword
told
work-
somebody.
sword
I told
work is supposed to
somebody.
be like this, actually.
I told someone. But if you think of the lines of attack in that way, I think it becomes easier. For sure. I don't know if you kind of see that now.
I think so far Brendan's has looked the cleanest. Maybe not the whole technique, but with his left hand getting that distance.
Sure, yeah, he hits. That's something he does for sure.
Yeah, that was before his ragdoll evening.
Yeah. Brendan's now working on being like ultra uke. Like Steve gave it, he's like, what is this? Like it does not feel like no. Yeah, I don't know why the screen will black out every now and then when it's just playing video. It seems silly. Why did I just beat Joe? What happened?
It looked good.
What was I? Ooh, Joe was beating me. I didn't beat Joe. Oh, all of you guys are doing the handcuff to me. And then I do. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh.
Like this is the handcuff right here.
That's one of them. Okay, yeah, so this is definitely a refresher because everyone remembered the Hanka. So we must be moving on to something else. Oh, Ura! Did I just slide into home with that?
Which did you feel the most confident with, Steve? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I'd have to probably watch this by myself 3 or 4 times, watching just my own reactions to it. So this was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think most people are comfortable with Ura. Ugh. I mean, look how sloppy my Ura Gyaku is, especially to Brendan. Like, I'm just putting him in Gojadori and dropping him, right?
One of the things I'm noticing with this is a lot of bad ukemi.
Sure.
I'm seeing a lot of catching the ground instead of...
Well, that's when you would roll too, right? But we're
Right.
not letting rolls happen. So that, like, catching, that's usually when you would roll, if you could.
But I'm seeing a lot of catching with the hand rather than the forearm.
Sure.
Like, I'm doing it, Brendan's doing it.
So I think part of the error in instruction on my end was putting too much Gojadori in this Ura Gyaku. Go figure. Having everyone do arm bars. I always fucking do arm bars. If that's probably not memed yet for people on the channel. Inside Dojo meme, me and arm bars, all the way back to Joji Ohashi and Hombu Dojo. Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, arm
Try
bars.
something else.
Arm bars are the #1 tenet of Rob Can Do.
Yes. Oh, hell, even the home technique from the Detroit Dojo is the Detroit Road armbar. Basically Choyoku from Kukishinden, but Kukishinden Ryu. To be specific, couple people.
But with a lot of emphasis on the arm bar.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not just the arm bar, but there seems to be a lot of emphasis on the arm manipulation. There's a point where you stop one of them and get them to focus on the rotation around the spine, starting at the hips.
That, like, Tagagi Ocean feel.
But
right?
that starts with the initial hit.
Yes.
Is that what's happening right now?
That is what's
Magnified
happening right
with
now.
with the arm to get them rotating around, so that it's not a bent over slide.
Yeah.
It's a uncontrollable.
So that's the biggest problem. So Omote,
Swivel.
like the difference between the two is the Omote, you knock them off and then you continue them falling back. But that Ura, it's like, it's almost either they go to stand up and you have to bring them around, but you really don't want them back over their balance. And it's so difficult.
Always pull people back over the balance. Even if I get them moving around it.
You pull them like to the sideways back?
Yeah. I won't finish the complete rotation around their balance point. At one point I cut across like it's
It's
a
tough.
bad shortcut.
Well,
And I usually blame it on like, oh, my short limbs, I can't reach that far to get you around. But I could have moved. There was always something I could have done.
It usually feels like it's taking too long, I think. And it's one of those things, but we're training. Wow, that was vicious. Who did I do that?
Me.
I am in a
Steve.
mood.
Steve.
Oh. Okay, yeah, let's back. I'm in a mood. Look, this is Gojadori. Like, oh, no one else is gonna be fucking doing. Oh, God, there you are again.
Kick for good measure.
Yeah, I get in a mood. I'm not gonna. Oh, straight up Gojadori! I'm laughing! Okay. I turned it into a meme at that point. I even did the arm freaking cross.
Alright, it's just nice to see you smile during training.
Yeah. Yeah, Ura Gyaku's tough. It's tough. It's there. You can see Joe just rocking back and forth. You know, at this point we all know that Kukishinden Honden is like kind of shares a history with Tagagi Oshinryu. Yeah, I don't know. It's I get in a mood, and with Kukishinden, I'm results driven. Where with Gyaku, I'm like, results don't matter.
Yeah.
All that matters is your taijutsu.
But you know how to manipulate the human body to get the results. They still don't.
Sure, but I'm willing to forgive that in the kooky stuff as long as they get the results.
Okay.
That's like how I balance the training in the dojo.
Right.
Where with like Gyaku, it's like, no, stand in this ridiculous combine. No, do these small things. And with the Kukishin, I'm like, have your hands protecting your face and punch and kick. Well, you deal with me teaching it.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. You deal with it.
One of the first things I remember from Gyaku was it being described as like a tightrope walk on the edge of a teacup.
Who said that?
Phil.
That was good. That's good. Man,
I'm like, okay, so this is the teacup tightrope style.
that's interesting.
That was probably in my first or second year.
Okay. See how you didn't squat? How you were
Yeah.
See how I'm telling you?
Yeah, you're demonstrating.
Tall people problems.
Yeah, it's easier and faster to bend over than it is to drop down. It's just not correct.
Oh, there, you did it though. Did you see?
Yeah.
When I was
you even
editing,
gave
I
me clip art
noticed.
for it.
Yeah. When I was editing, I noticed. Yeah, all those special effects. That's me doing that, and go figure. That's why it looks like a 5-year-old did it.
You harping on me not to bend over so much when I'm doing throws and taking people down has helped me a lot with my stance overall, because it's easier for me to drop down without bending over if I take a wider stance.
Oh, of course. That makes so much sense.
It's squatting, but sooner.
Mm-hmm. Preemptive squatting, but, whatever lets me be laziest.
That also helps with getting off line of attack. That's something when you train Mutadori, the closer your feet are together, if your feet are only this far apart, when you turn, you're only turning that much. But if they're this wide, when you turn, you're that much farther away, sort of, from the center line of the blade, like that door opening Mutadori.
Yeah, and if you're swaying your hips around, doing knees over toes, there's more range of motion for it.
Yep. Well, so I finally showed the technique halfway through class. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Oh, I caught the subtle messaging.
Halfway through class, I showed the technique correctly. That's the type of fucking mood I'm in. I think Joe had me in a mood. I'm not gonna lie. Brennan did good there.
Yeah, that was
That
great.
was good. Oh, there we go, baby! Take Ori. Take. I always say taki.
Because those chips are delicious.
No, I don't even know how to fucking say bamboo in Japanese. This is more to the point. Boy, I'm not, I can tell I'm in a mood just watching. Oh, God.
And for me...
No.
Yeah, he took it hard.
I don't know, for me, ever since you moved into this space, you seem like you've been more relaxed and nicer.
Yeah, right? Remember that, people. There, see, I didn't even do the Osotogake and throw and land with Takeo.
I think it's a combination of you getting this space on your own and also just me getting used to taking beatings from you.
Sure. Oof. Yeah, no, before this, it was definitely meaner. Well, I was telling you, Phil and I were going for a Shigu Rui vibe for a while. Minus, there's some weird stuff in that anime. But the violent stuff, yes. That's the vibe we were going for. And then when we started doing the kids' classes, he was joking how we should set it up like they do Ninja Assassin. Brainwash the warriors. I'm like, I don't know, man. As fun as that sounds, I don't know if everyone will just get the, oh no, we're just memeing on Ninja Assassin. This isn't actually a child cult, I don't know. I don't know how well that would go over. Oh, That was pretty good.
The Cult of Wob.
It was, but I'm seeing
Issues?
the ukemi. No one's liking taking
Brendan,
the break fall.
Brendan, this whole time just stands in front of the camera. No one's taking ukemi well, you're saying?
I worry for hands and wrists and whatnot.
Well, Take Ori is not fun to ukemi.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I mean, if your wrist doesn't break, you ukemi it. That's kind of how it works.
But there's fun ukemi and there's scary ukemi.
Like, everyone's being nice. Everyone else. I was even being nice. Like, you can tell when I land. And even when it looks really bad, if you're over this and not over this, like, this is where it, like, really goes bad. If you're just here,
Yeah.
and you just have those fingers like that, and you're just driving into the arm itself, it's not as bad.
Yeah, it's like a wrist brace.
Yeah. There's safe ways of, going at the speeds we're going. Take Ori's really tough. Like that scoop driving in to get them up, getting them on their toes, dropping them.
You gotta drop all the way back and down, and then come forward and all the way back up.
And Tagayoshi, well, I don't know. Jess would teach us stuff that I love, but some people might have issues with, and a lot of it was like some flying jujitsu shit. And like this one, he does basically a jumping Take Ori.
Yeah.
That was scary, because so it's this, but you know how we like take it straight up and then down?
Mm-hmm.
So you take it, but then you launch it like a shot put through an arc, and then you jump and then land. So it's like a straight.
From that crouch, you jump.
Yeah,
that would all be a
you're,
jump.
wow, bam.
Oh, that's unreal.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Like if you basically if you think about like any of the Kihon, just doing it, jumping and spinning, like it was crazy. It was super fun to ukemi, like but like even Omote, right? If you think about like jumping with an Omote Gyaku, like Omote Kote Gyaku, not the way we're doing it here. Yeah, it was super fun stuff for sure. And it really helps your ukemi, man. That's one thing. The fucking ukemi I got from his dojo. There is no denying that.
I think one of the things that helped me a lot was the first time you did that overhead throw to me, where you grab me by the lapel, jump up, and plant your heels into the thighs.
Oh!
The one you did to Joe in the video about ukemi, where he made that wonderful noise.
Ah!
Lee!
Is this frozen now?
Just takes a second to catch up.
I don't know why it does that. Just recently started doing that. Well, I don't think we get past talking. These are brutal classes too, because it takes so much practice.
Yeah, it's one thing when you get it right and it's painful 6 or 7 times and you move on, but
When it's wrong, it's still painful.
yeah, when it's wrong, it's not quite as painful, but you're doing it for 30, 40 minutes at a stretch.
Sure.
Instead of everybody through the line once.
Oh god, and then there's all the fucking directions. Jeez, oh man.
Yeah, there's all the different, left versus left, right versus right. Left, right, right, left.
Right. Oh man. This one's easier to do ukemi though, just front roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. There, still, somehow, I freaking
Now
had
Turned it
with
into an
armbar.
armbar.
armbar. Brendan gets funny some of these classes because he's like, he gets paranoid about if he's not being a good uke.
Aww.
Yeah. But we've started trusting it more because, everyone's year of training, one-on-one sessions was different. And for him, it was just like us throwing hands for 2 hours, basically. So his baseline for what a class should feel like, it's just like, oh, why aren't we just constantly trying to hit each other while doing techniques? Like,
Yeah, mine was a lot of Sanshin and sword.
a lot of sword.
A lot of sword.
Yeah. I was telling Alex, like, I think I was talking with Elle, actually, how I get upset because I feel like you have no right to, like, be where you're at with sword. like,
Well, even back when we were on Detroit, I remember a class where I was the only one there, and you're like,
Parking
hey, I'm going
lot.
to teach you sword. And yeah, we went out in the parking lot, and
Oh, yeah.
a neighbor stopped by,
Yep.
and he asked us a bunch of questions about it for like 20 minutes.
Right. Oh, here, look at this. This is a good lesson. I'm having it. It's not sword, but I'm showing weapon work as a reference. Whenever you're thinking Kukishinden Ryu, just think, how does this work with weapons? I think that will help.
You taught me Koto. I always think, how does this work with weapons?
What? That's different. That's different. Oh God. Koto, dude. Ugh.
So nasty.
So nasty. Broke everyone's taijutsu in the dojo. It's like, oh, there's a more efficient way of moving? I'll just do that. Oh, look how much it hurts.
Yeah, I had a real hard time breaking out of Koto.
Oh my God. That broke everyone's taijutsu.
Let me stand right in front of the camera there.
Oh, that's okay. You're taking turns with Brendan. Brendan was the one doing it before. So I think I'm just like, oh, video's probably gonna be wrapping up because I think I'm going through like, yeah, I think I'm going through like the other Tewaza. So Brendan doing his Take Ori. He struggled with Take. For whatever reason. This might have been like one of the first times he's done it. His hip movement isn't there. Yeah, it's tough. There's so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of body manipulation just to be able to get your arm lined up underneath your opponent's.
Yeah, so I'm just showing the 2 different onikadakis, and then I'm like, what else is there? What else is there? Oh, this is Gochadori. I can tell because I laughed and pointed at Brendan, and then I can tell from the way he drops. Gochadori. And I'm like, is there something else? Is that the Tewaza? Joe, come here, punch. Oh, jeez, oh God. It's the Mushidori. You're supposed to do it from Jumonji Dori. Yeah, that's that. I threw that in at the end.
Joe has really good ukemi, so he's always really fun to throw around.
Yeah, for sure.
I train for fun, and I do that in a way where I respect that other people are probably taking it more seriously than me most of the time. So that has taught me to be capable, at least.
Not every class is your best. Going through editing this, I was like, well, I'm not gonna just not post it because I'm not happy with the way I'm moving. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, you get good classes, you get bad classes, you get in between.
Sure. And I think like coming off this past year, everybody, it's different.
Thank you for joining us today, Steve.
You're
giving
welcome.
us an insider.
It's also a special day for me, because today is the 2-year anniversary of when you gave me my black belt.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Black belt anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
On that note, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Bob, it's for you.
Like that Facebook page I'm not allowed to post on.
Like the Facebook page you're not allowed to post on. Post the most innocuous video. The people put more time into critiquing it than I put into making it. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to make these videos entertaining and useful. I don't know. Bob likes them, I think, so that's something.
Well, Bob likes us. He's biased.
Join my OnlyFans.